sharing what happened.
Well, that helps because, like, the safe to be seen and heard theme and the fact that you bring in surrender. What's up, Tarzana on shrooms? I have interest. I love that.
It's a birth name.
It's a birthday.
That's the birth name. That's when they brought the baby to their mother. They said, "What would you like to name the child?"
Tarzana on shrooms. We want them to be from the valley. And
Write that down. What about? Yeah.
Well, I feel like your style of stand-up is very philosophical, and you think very deeply about life.
I never thought about that. Maybe you're right. And I take what you're saying. I'm not trying to be illegitimate. Go ahead.
I missed that. You and Joseph both did that. Go ahead with the nod. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I love how you guys both sit back and then go ahead.
Hang yourself.
I miss that shit. I miss 2 a.m. emojis. I miss that.
Oh my god, I miss like 4 o'clock in the morning where he'd call up and go, "I just wrote this bit. What do you think?" And we would just talk about it till the sun came up. That was fun. Love that guy.
Are you still getting into a fight with your roommate? Am I allowed to ask you about this? Or is
No.
No.
It's like I want to go to those places, and I don't know how I'm going to get there. I had no idea how that was going to happen, and it was pretty interesting how I got into the acting school I did.
I remember you said your family. Did your mom was? I know you said she kind of was like, "Why aren't you doing this?" But I know that was it that your father had the story was like about your dad, right? Wasn't it about your dad and getting into acting school? Like, was there a correlation there from what I remember?
Yeah, well, I mean, he helped me. He paid for. He was going to get a computer for his business. This was right at the end of his life too, and he had saved up like $4,000 to get like a home computer for his business. And I was like, "Oh, there's this summer training congress. It's like 40 hours a week, and it's like $3,000." And he goes, "I'll pay for it."
Wow, that's love, man. That's awesome. That's gonna make me cry.
Yeah,
It's just
tough. A tough guy. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. We used to sit up and talk about comedy. This is one of the things I would sit up and talk to him. I would sit in my room and get high, and I would tape these comedy tapes, and then I would just watch them over and over and over again. And I would watch Rick Overton, and I would watch Evening at the Improv and Comedy on the Road and all this stuff. And I would come out of my room to get something to eat, and he would be watching the same show. And then I'd sit down with him, and I go, "What do you think of that last guy?" And he would start telling me what he thought, and I would start telling him what I thought. And then next thing we both knew, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we watched Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore, and we were talking about that. And we were talking about comedy. That's what I mean. It blew my mind that right at the end of his life, I realized he was a big influence on me, and I always thought he was like this guy who wore thin ties and hard shoes and drove a four-door sedan to an accounting job. So,
yeah.
I didn't realize.
It's wild, isn't it? It's so wild when you think
beautiful.
of like, yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah. It's
Well,
there.